It's the iPhone 17 versus the iPhone Air versus the iPhone 17 Pro. Buckle up because it's time for Versus! What's up, everybody? Brian Tong here, or you might also know me as Ring-a-ling-a-ding-tong. That's right, we are kicking things off with a new vibe, a new style here on Versus. It's where we will face off the top products in the industry against each other. And you know, normally it's one-on-one with the great ones, but we had to go big with our debut because anything is possible. It's a triple threat match between the iPhone 17, iPhone Air, and the iPhone 17 Pro. Each one has its strengths and weaknesses, and many of you are making a decision on which one to buy, so we're throwing them all together. It's a 5-round ground and pound where things can get real personal. So let's get it on. Round one is design. Put these three up against each other with their screens on and looking head on. An iPhone is an iPhone is an iPhone. The iPhone 17 comes in with a design that is almost exactly like the 16 with an aluminum body, slightly larger display at 6.3 inches, and colors that bring a little pop and personality to this lineup. It's a nice classic design, but does it really move ya? Then, with just one look, the iPhone Air takes your breath away and makes you say, "Damn!" Damn is right. Has there been an iPhone that looked this elegant since maybe the 10? And that classy titanium frame brings a shine and polish that no other iPhone in this lineup can match up with. That plateau definitely screams a little Google Pixel, but with all the main components in there like the camera and the A19 Pro chip and the rest of the design essentially being a battery and the display, there's an intention behind that design, and the result is one of the best iPhone designs we have ever seen. It's just flat out gorgeous. Now the 17 Pro, this is a whole different story. This phone looks and feels more industrial with a personality of its own. It's made of an aluminum unibody and you can feel it in hand. This is a beefcake. It's got a 6.3 and 6.9 inch screen size options. Its camera plateau is massive. And this two-tone design on the back screams anything but minimalist. This is more designed as a tool, and it's not trying to win a looks contest, but it's arguably the ugliest design for an iPhone I can remember. I said it. Plus, its raised camera plateau has come under some fire because its sharper edge is vulnerable to more chipping and scratching because the anodization process can't bond to sharper corners very well like that. Now, some of you might actually love how it looks, and that's a valid point, so don't take my word for it. But if we're picking the best design for an iPhone this year, this is a no-brainer. iPhone Air is thin it to win it and takes round one for design. Next up, round two, performance. If you think you had this one figured out already, you're probably right. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are absolute monsters when it comes to performance. First of all, you have a standard A19 in the iPhone 17, which is more than capable of doing what 99% of people need. The iPhone Air has an A19 Pro chip, but one less GPU core than the Pro. And then the 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max not only has the A19 Pro chip, it also has the biggest battery thanks to their unibody design. Now, battery life is going to be different for everyone depending on how you use your phone, but still, the 17 Pros outperform the rest of the group. The 17 Pros can charge up 50% in 20 minutes. The other phones can do the same in about 30 minutes. Then you also factor in the vapor cooling chamber that is exclusive to the 17 Pros. That optimizes performance and enables the 17 Pro lineup to bring up to 40% better sustained performance. So that's everything from gaming to editing video on your phone or anything that takes really enough to push the CPU hard. Now they all use the same Super Retina XDR display with a ProMotion 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display, so that's great across the board. And the iPhone 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max also have a USB-C port that supports USB 3.2 transfer speeds for 20 times faster transfer speeds than the other models. It's pretty clear who wins here for performance. In fact, Apple should just start calling it Proformance. Wait, hey Apple, you like that, don't you? Yeah, you know what? You can send me the check in the mail for that one. The iPhone 17 Pro dominates and takes round two for Proformance. All right, everybody, let's take a moment to just catch our breath because it's time to thank the sponsor of this video, MediaTek. MediaTek powers more than 2 billion devices every year. It's things like your Peloton bike, to your Amazon Kindle, even your smart oven or your robot vacuum cleaner and your TV set. It stands as the world's #1 supplier for mobile SoCs, driving the latest 5G flagship experiences. As a leader in 5G innovation, MediaTek is already paving the way for the next generation of connectivity, 6G. Now, its newest release is a beast. The Dimensity 9500 chip delivers best-in-class performance, advanced AI capabilities, and exceptional power efficiency for the next wave of flagship smartphones and tablets. The MediaTek Dimensity 9500 sets a new standard in on-device AI capabilities, enabling more personalized and collaborative AI experiences. Plus, its powerful GPU delivers console-level quality gaming on mobile devices with up to 120 frames per second ray tracing. The latest MediaTek Dimensity 9500 devices are hitting the market, so be on the lookout. Whew. Okay, let's get back to this triple threat matchup. iPhone Air took round 1. iPhone 17 Pro took round 2. The next round is user interface. Now, normally when there are 2 different platforms and 2 different devices, they do things differently. But here, the entire iPhone lineup for 2025 can do exactly the same thing, but at different levels. They all have an action button. They all have a camera control button. They all have Face ID. They all use iOS 26 and its liquid glass design for better or worse, depending on the type of user you are. Now, the 2 most useful features for me have been the ability to send unrecognized calls straight to voicemail, and for all those spam messages to not get all mixed up with my normal messages. They've helped clean up my life so much, and you know what? It can get a little hectic for those of you that see those 25,000 plus unread emails. Yikes! Look, you're either in the Apple ecosystem or not, and these all share the same ecosystem, user interface, and features. And that's a good thing. You know, Apple also has the most powerful ecosystem in all of tech. There's really a reason why many of you just can't quit it. Round 3, this is a tie. It's not a cop-out, and honestly, what else can you do? So we'll give a check mark to each phone here. Next up, round 4 is camera. The iPhone cameras have always been some of the best in the industry for photography, and especially when it comes to recording and capturing video. But the biggest surprise, how freaking good is this new front-facing 18 megapixel center stage camera in all of the models? It has a 24 megapixel square sensor, and that allows you to shoot either portrait or landscape selfies without having to ever reposition the camera. And its 1x wide option is better than any previous front-facing iPhone camera before it. It really lets me get nice and wide. Now that's a win for all models, but guess who gets the best of the best? You know it. It's the iPhone 17 Pros. Its rear triple camera system includes a 48 megapixel wide, 48 megapixel ultra wide, and 48 megapixel telephoto. The telephoto gets up to a 4x true optical zoom and then up to an 8x optical quality. And yes, for people complaining that it's not true optical 8x, you're right. It also looks damn good and gives the iPhone 17 Pro versatility that it never had before. And don't worry, Android users, I see you rolling your eyes. You're coming back here in the versus fight of your own, so just hold on for that moment. Now, Apple even said the power of the A19 Pro allowed them to be able to use a new image pipeline for both the 2x and the 8x options on the 17 Pros to give them the best fidelity, color accuracy, and composition compared to previous camera systems. So when it comes to video, let's talk now. The iPhone 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max, they shoot every flavor of video possible, including the new addition of ProRes RAW for the ultimate flexibility when capturing video. They've also added support for open gate capture, which gives creators entire access to the whole sensor. And then you got Genlock for timecode syncing and taking advantage of those cool bullet time effect shots that require multiple cameras to make it possible. And if you don't know or care what that means, it's probably not meant for you. The 17 Pros are being used to capture videos in blockbuster movies and broadcast productions, and it has truly become a tool like no other. But if you're also someone who just wants the best camera system, even if you won't take full advantage of it, then the Pros are also for you. The iPhone 17 has a dual camera system with a wide and ultra wide that handles what everyone needs. The iPhone Air has a single rear wide camera for just its main one and no ultra wide. But this was a no-brainer here. It's lights, camera, action for the iPhone 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max in round 4. All right, we are almost at the finish line. Last but not least, round 5 is value. Does the price of your phone still matter to you? It does, and we all typically have a budget and buy the phone that makes the most sense for us at that price. You know, it's Apple and other businesses that are trying to upsell you to go even higher in for the more expensive model. Now, I've said it in my reviews, but the iPhone 17 is easily the best value for an iPhone that we have seen in years. If someone is ready to upgrade and ask me what iPhone they should get, I will always say start at the 17. But it didn't used to be like that, because in past years, I would steer them away from the base model unless they had a set budget and were not willing to budge. The iPhone 17 has more than enough performance for the majority of people. It has the ProMotion 120Hz display for the very first time and the same display as the rest of the lineup. And it's also about damn time. Its dual camera system is all that most people need. It has solid battery life, and it starts with 256 gigs of storage for $799. I could legit use this iPhone as my daily driver and not miss a beat. The iPhone Air, this is a beauty with a design like no other, but its appeal is the design, and it starts at $999. You got the iPhone 17 Pro with 256 gigs of storage. That starts at $1,099. It's got all the bells and all the whistles, but that doesn't scream value to me. If you wanted to bump up the storage of the iPhone 17 to 512 gigs for more photos and movies, it would be $999. That's still $100 cheaper than an entry-level 17 Pro and more than what most people will ever do with their phone. In case you haven't figured it out, the iPhone 17 is the clear winner when it comes to value in round 5. All right, so let's just break down the results here. And in a battle where, honestly, Apple always wins because all of these phones are iPhones, the iPhone Air came on top for design. The iPhone 17 Pro took round 2 for performance and round 4 for camera. And the iPhone 17 took the value round, while they all tied for user experience. So let's break down by the numbers. The iPhone 17 Pro took 3 rounds and is your versus King of the Ring for the first ever versus video. Congratulations. But hey, no matter what the results say here today, picking a phone is always a real personal choice. And I told you in my review that my heart says go iPhone Air, but my brain says go iPhone 17 Pro. And if you know me, you know how I roll. I went with my heart, and I am rocking the iPhone Air. Oh, I love this thing. So hey, let me know what you decided on. Put in the comments, and I'm just one person, right? I'm doing this video, but it's really all of you who really decide which iPhone is the best for 2025. All right, everybody, that is gonna do it for our very first versus ever. But you can bet it will not be the last. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you on the next versus. Woo-ha!